Well, hey guys, happy snow day. It's snowing out here in Wisconsin. Yes, we still are getting snow. I think we're at about maybe 2.5 inches so far. And supposedly it's like a prelude to like 6 or 7 more that are gonna come. This stuff is really light and fluffy. But Renee and I are out here at the acres. We're taking care of the chores. Look how fluffy that is. Renee's getting food for the chickens so far. They're just starting to come out. And get them some water. I'm gonna check to see if they're frozen here or not. Well, hello girls. Turkey, a few boys. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna get some a few of the chores done, but our project, we have a project going on today. It's a really fun one. Not really. It's gonna be quite boring, but very active. And it's going to be, oh, I see I left the lights on in the vehicle. I'll turn those off. We are putting a heating source in the basement of the house. So since we have hay down there to try and keep you know, the underneath warm so that we didn't have heaving, we got to get that hay out so that way we aren't leaving a combustible or carbon down there that could burn as it's heating down there. So that is our big thing for today is we're gonna get the hay out, get the heater down there plugged in and it's heating. But it's gonna take a while to get a big bale of hay out because we put a whole 3 foot by 3 foot by 7 foot bale of hay down there, you know, across all this. So we'll try and get down there, and I'm gonna try and have a light down there as well. So we'll see how much we can show you, but that is our activity for today. She's working on the birds there. We're gonna make sure we get the eggs now and later so they're not freezing. And I have to decide, cattle are mooing down there. Do I feed them out there or do I feed them under the pole bar? It looks like they want to be fed out there. And what do you think? Should we feed them out there or?
It's up to you. Did you show everybody the wind damage?
No, I did not. You may have seen part of this if you look at Facebook or whatever and have that for us. But yeah, this is wind damage from 2 nights ago. So yesterday, Ezekiel and I spent many hours taking stuff out of here and putting it into the well house so that for today's snow it wasn't here. So the whole top you can see ripped and well, it blew off and continued to rip. So keep a little side shot there. So we tried to leave a few things covered that I couldn't really move and wrapped, and then we double checked this one that the chickens are using as their shelter for, you know, cold weather, stuff like that. And there was a few rips started on there, so we have those taped. So hopefully we've controlled it at least for the year, or at least till summer. And then one of the projects in spring, summer, fall, at some point in there, we'll most likely put a 1x6 board on the bottom on either side, and then we'll somehow figure out how we can cover it with greenhouse plastic to still keep it, but it's probably going to take some modifications for that. But what'd you find? Ooh, that many eggs so far?
Yeah.
Wow, nice. 2, 4, 7 eggs. Well, should we want to walk right down to these and that way you can put them in? So we're going to walk down to the other birds, and
the young ones.
Yeah, the young ones, they've been laying well. We're probably at 12, 13 a day. I just saw 7 there, so we should be at least that today. There's only like 10 down here, plus a rooster. So they're doing really well. Eggs to the number of birds, because there's 44 birds back there, but some of them are older. And come fall, when we, or summer fall, when we butcher the Cornish cross, take them in, we'll probably slowly take in some of those birds as soup birds. All right, well, how many eggs you got in this one? One chicken's in there? Two? Four? So there'll probably be more down here later. So we're gonna give these guys a little bit of feed. I'll have to walk up to the well house to get the water. And looks like she's ready for her feed and water. I am not 100% sure what is going on with the boar right now. He's been acting a little weird the last 2 days. We walk out, she's in her normal spot here. And yeah, you're in your normal spot. And he now, 2 days in a row, has walked back to the far corner. I'm not understanding why. He normally is right here with her. And then he almost does a little pacing back there, so it makes me a little nervous. But we do, I mean, the wire goes back there. But if he could leave, he would leave, it seems like. So I'm not sure. We did have a thing where this top wire came down 3 days ago and was touching their food dish. And that was when it was so windy that that old evergreen tree that has no greens anymore rolled across, took out the wire, and then it was on their feed dish. So I don't know if that is the link. So now he's associating when he gets fed to getting shot. We're not sure, but now maybe, oh good, here he, maybe he's gonna come up now. Been a little odd though. As we do know that when we had our borrowed boar the last time, we know that it can go really, they may have short legs, but they can run really fast and really far in a short time. So, but I think I'm just gonna leave him be. I don't know why he's so antsy. So he's been across this way with her for, let's think here, about 5 days. 5 days. All right, well, I think let Renee finish here, and I'm going to start walking out to the cattle because they did not come back. They did not come back, so we're going to walk out and give them their next round out there. How's everybody doing? Chewing your cud? You know, I was gonna feed you under the pole barn today, but you weren't thinking that? Out here, this is the spot, huh? Well, we can do that.
I learned something new, Abraham.
What's that?
I learned that when you see the snow on them,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't look at it and go, oh, they're so cold. You should look at that and say, oh, that's how good their insulation is.
Oh, that's not melted?
Yeah, that they're cozy.
Okay. Well, do you want to take down the line and then I'll open up the bale and start chucking across? Okay. As many stacks, you know. Okay. So we just walked up from the cattle. They're down there, and I'd said, well, maybe I'd feed them in the pole barn. We've been keeping a bale or even two in the pole barn. So when we do a second feeding, sometimes at night, sometimes they just show us they're hungrier, then we'll just throw some out and feed them around the pole barn. And then initially I had my wire go right from this post right in front to this post. But now, seeing that we still haven't gotten sawdust yet, wood chip, something to put in here, we thought, well, let's just at least open it up. So I just walked right in, and now we have our wire going here. So they could come in if they wanted. You can see, hopefully see, I'm not 100% sure how visible you're seeing this. You know, there's probably 3 inches of snow out there. In here, there's maybe a ½ inch. And then as we just swing back this way, it's just a dusting. So they could be out of the snow if they wanted. So we'll see where they're at before we leave today, because we're gonna be here probably a few hours, I'm guessing, with getting that hay out of there. And we might throw them some hay here yet, but you know, they were out there, so we just fed them out there. But in here, you know, I don't know, all the wood that's going to get burned eventually from the houses on the little trailer, and the big trailer doesn't really have anything on it. The old manure spreader that needs to be, sorry, I didn't turn you guys. The old manure spreader that needs to get fixed. Hay bales, Kubota. Kubota's in here because we lost the hut. But yeah, so they do have a spot to go if they're feeling the want to get out of there, or they can go on either side if there starts to be a breeze to get out of the breeze. But we'll see if they utilize that later today when they come up for the water. But it withstood the over 50-mile-an-hour winds, I guess, that we had the other day and night. You know, that took a toll on some of our stuff. But our next big thing we want to do is get the like a semi-load dump of wood shavings. You maybe would see those by really large milk producing farms. They'll use that for bedding. So we thought, well, let's get a semi dump. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to cost more initially, but it'll be cheaper than doing individual. And then we'll just layer it all on the inside. And then eventually when we build our outside part, we'll have it on the outside for them as well. So a deep mulch bedding system for them. Well, enough me talking. Let's get over and get to the house portion now. Okay, so I'm gonna try and lift this. If you wanna take that and, ooh, that's taller than I thought. Maybe let's use, see if I can lift it this high. And then you're gonna use this to go underneath. Oh man.
I think
you know what, let's lift this first. Here, put it under this guy. There we go. Alright. Nice. He's so big I don't want to move him yet. And then just make sure he doesn't fall over. I'm gonna get another one. So yeah, I think that's how we're just gonna have to go with it. Otherwise,
that's a lot of weight on that, though, isn't it? With this.
That's fine.
Because this all is on there now too.
That's fine. I mean, we got this holding up this edge. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get a light so we can get our people downstairs.
You don't think we should move this big board, this heavy board right here?
It's no more than away than this is.
I mean, weight-wise, though, on there? No.
Then we gotta move it.
Okay.
We already moved one big green tree, did.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get our Energizer downstairs, and I got to get the. Did you bring Christmas lights? Okay. So I have one light to put down there then. All right, so the other lights, the cord, and to put a new bulb in, and then just the phone. It's like a blizzard up there. Nothing like a good indoor project. That's gonna be a lot of fun working with hay that goes above your head. So let's, you know what, let's see if the heater's gonna turn on. So there is no hay or straw within 10 feet of the side and 30 feet ahead of it. So we should be good. So I believe all I gotta do is turn on the button. See. Button's red. So we're gonna get started now. It's actually been some time since we've already got the heater going, and we just wanted to make sure that we have stuff out of here. It's making some wisecracks. You heard earlier about mice and doing the fire, and we checked with that, and we're not gonna do that at all. And we talked to the mouse industry, and they're not gonna be down here either. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna use a scraper, like that. Maybe you use to scrape ice or anything that's maybe a piece of mud that's frozen on your sidewalk. So we're gonna get the hay up as much as possible, and then we're gonna use the scraper, just try and get that last little hay across. And our goal is to get this room first, and then eventually we're gonna add some fans and other to try and keep that heat low, but that'll have to happen another day. But for now, we're gonna get the hay as much as possible over there and out the door. See that Renee is working already right here, and we got the wheelbarrow. And I'm gonna come by with the scraper here and see if that works to take up any bit of, let's see here. Oh yeah. going on outside right now. Gotten it down to the ice. Remember, it is ice, but the hay is supposed to help prevent it from freezing, you know, below the footings. So we have these 4 posts on the in-law suite all cleaned off, and so we're gonna make our first Santa Claus trip up the steps. So instead of delivering hay, we're removing hay. So we happen to have a tarp here. I'm gonna try and close that tarp up and then pull it up the steps that way. And we'll see what happens. Well, hello! Greetings from the weatherman in Wisconsin. We have a slight snowstorm going on. A little of the white stuff is falling down and coming to the earth as precipitation. Accumulation will all depend on your area. Have fun with that. Meanwhile, back to removing straw from my basement. So, we got it up. Right here it is. Now I think we're just gonna use it best. We're gonna pull it down to the sows and the boar and give it to them down there. And then there's a little more I think we want to get out yet. Check this out, guys. Look at this. See that? So it's an open spot. That's what they want to see. Look at this, right? All open right there. So, you know, the cement goes a ways down to hit the gravel, but that's what we're looking for is moisture, the frost coming out of the ground. So this gives me pretty good confidence that we didn't get any frost in low spots, because if there's that liquid right there under that hay, and granted there was hay along here and that's the first spot we saw, but and then this is, of course, is ice, you know, right here. But that would tell me that, you know, it's got to keep freezing lower to, you know, eventually get down where it would make this go up. So with that being there, that's to me that's pretty good that we're not that deep with our frost in the ground here, because we already got some water there. And yeah, I think that's good news. So we're just gonna see, it's pretty good in here. All the way to the entry there. Just got a little bit right here, and then of course this is gonna go up. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Our thing that we gotta look at is that machine says it runs on kerosene and diesel. Right now there's kerosene in there. So once that runs out, then we're gonna start putting diesel in there, and then that should be also a cheaper way to run it versus running kerosene. And then of course we're gonna see how should be hopefully seeing more water in here. That would be the goal. If there's more water, that means there's frost is coming out or is out. So, but let's show you that flame one more time. I won't be able to stand in front of it that long. Oh, it's nice and warm. And it's warmer way on this side than on the other side. Throwing some good. Woo. See, I even took off my coat. So, but eventually we'll get across to that side over there. But we're gonna monitor it as we go along, get a few more cords, get some fans. Maybe we'll look to even see if we got some Christmas tree lights that we could just hang along here to give us some light down here because it's so dark. But with all that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Maybe you're able to get out and get a sledding in. I don't know if anybody's was able to do a sled down a hill yet this year, but maybe go sledding today. And let's keep things going here. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you on the next one.